And seems like we're live again. Yeah, we're back. Remember today we did have a session, live coding session. Uh, but if you are following this series, something went. We weren't able to express uh, flat map in terms of map and get or else. Even when at the beginning we did have, if you are following, if you're following this series, this is the previous, like a previous session, 49 minutes, 50 minutes. Then I went to get some lunch to buy some tortilla first. And I said that we will come back this same day with the solution, but it turns out that we did have the solution from the 10 minutes, look at this. But, and this is like well, let us prove that we did have the solution first, and then the ceremony, the famous last words, and what can we learn about these scenarios. Yeah, so in here, in this, all this time, we behave and act with the assumption that this went wrong, that this didn't type check. So we did all sorts of tinkering and tweaking and doing some other calculations with the types and some other speeches were given in the process, all based in the thinking that this went wrong. And that wasn't the case. At some point over here, for over here, it was in here, there are some blank screens. Scarcity stop responding our inquiries or queries to compile our code for about 10 minutes. I don't remember. But I suppose the problem was like from earlier because, well, continuing with the story. Okay, we were all sort of ordeal, yeah, trying to solve by assuming that this went wrong, and hopefully here I will watch this video, the first 10 minutes. Hopefully in here, this this line of code is justified the reasoning. Here it is, but uh, again, the ceremony at the end. First, let's see that that's the case, that this solves the problem indeed. So I went to buy tortilla, and I get some lunch thanks to my mother and my family. Uh, that's how I'm eating these days. And then I came back over here and put a stopwatch to take the time, to see if we are still in the constraint of 1 hour. And yeah, I think between among some nuances, it took us like 15 minutes. At the end of this video that you're seeing here, we ended saying that let's see how we can apply these functions to see if there is something in there. if there is something that we can learn from there, and we have these applications. Suppose over here we stop the video, and then after again come back and get into the flow again, thinking for a little bit, wandering my mind, and stop my mind from wandering. So it's the song from the Beatles. We ended at this said, well, this should work, okay, because this is a function that we are supplying to map. Just we are returning some option, the option in our case, and still I was in doubt. I put here no, but I had the feeling that this must be right. That's why I wrote it. But the compiler in Scala was saying no. But well, ceremony at the end. Okay, so here's the result. Something map is the option in, which is what we wrote in here. The option B. Okay, we went running or reasoning. So okay, still it is our way, in which we proceeded, and okay, not our fault for sure. And after seeing the option after this application, I didn't write any more code, just took it from here. At the end, we're applying these functions to learn something by applying them. And then after seeing the option in, and you want the option from the map, the logical thing to do is apply get or else to the option. Okay, how's that option? And if it doesn't, the default value will be none. All right. And I say, well, this worked. And I remember I did have this at the beginning. And that's how I found this section over here. But then I came over here and wrote this same solution from the video. From this line of code to this Sublime and register it. Hopefully in the future we will be able to buy a license. And it's here. We have map pp with pattern matching, and we have map without p at the end, and we have this same line of code. Look at this map there. And I came back to the now that we have now that we are not like live. I came to this instance of Debian and loaded this file. Look at this the option. Here are some I don't know what's happening here. I was bringing this from here, so I erased those. Load the option this file in here. That's how you load a file in Scala in the repo. Load the option. Import things inside the option. Enumeration, and again declare these values. Some 7, empty, and then apply flatMap and get Round 28. But again, this is flatMap PP, which is also here. And then, okay, let's do it with flatMap. And we are getting, since we are changing the value, 51, still we're calling matlf. So the exercise was solved from the very beginning. But then we went throughout all this process of seeing what the compiler wants us. And now that we have a working solution, let us actually paste again or write again this line of code that was already written, but now in Scasti. And if the problems are not there, because hopefully the whatever was happening it's fixed now. And I don't know. Well, I going to erase this P. Hopefully this at this point of the day it should work, and it does. Yeah, 51. Okay, it does. It is the same line of code that we had at the beginning. Now, ceremony. How much time do we have consumed? 11 minutes. Okay, I think we can spend 4 minutes in the ceremony, famous last words, things like that. Since we did have the solution at the 10 minutes, and we know that this b is a variable, type variable, that can take the form of the option b, which is what's happening here, we shall be totally certain that that's the way that the compiler should calculate our program. Okay, but we blindly trust the compiler, and which is one of the best compilers written, but probably there was something, as you can see in the previous video, there was some glitches, and I don't know, but we as a humans trusting on the machines, we should say this. I mean, given the specification of any given programming language, this should work, even if if at this point of time it's saying no, this does not work. We should say yes, it is, which gives us an idea for a video in which probably I will be talking about how much trust we can put into machines. So anyway, but this also makes obvious that I wasn't at all secure about this and relied blindly on the software. Okay, but let's suppose I have the level of knowledge of Mr. Philip Butler. Do you think he will hesitate on this line of code? I don't think so. These guys are like the experts in the I don't know, the people that are implementing things. Uh, I don't think this guy will have will go into the same process of spending just because, or maybe yes. I don't know. I don't think so that they will hesitate on some kind of this line of code, not type checking with this. Another example, just to bring more people, is Dr. Eric Mayer. Also, this guy is an expert, and I don't think they will have problems with this saying there's something wrong with the machine. I know this works. Let's go to another place that, and maybe come back later to see if this is working again, the system. And last but not least, and the guy Simon Peyton Jones. I mean, I don't think a guy like him, a person like him, with his knowledge, will don't realize that there was something wrong. I mean, these are like very knowledgeable people. What I want to say is that if your amount of knowledge is like sufficient to realize that there's something wrong and this should work, you stop. You don't continue with the video. You stop and say, uh, this system is experimenting something and let's switch to another one and maybe come back later. But at my level, I you know, said, well, the compiler must be right. I must be wrong. I totally I give my how do you say that in English? I will? No. Blindly trust the system and the computers, digital computers. Also, we have in Spanish that we don't want you to think that these guys don't make mistakes. Also, they are experts. They should. They are able to spot things like this very easily. But they also we can also learn in Spanish. We have al mejor cazador se le va la liebre. I mean, to the best hunter, the 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 animal runs away from the best best hunter. You know that sometimes you don't get to see it, even if you're an expert. So maybe they are making another sort of mistakes in their works, but they are experts. Um, and what I want to say is that if you are totally sure that this should work, you shall stop the video and go to another system, which I failed to do because I was blindly trusting this one. But I don't want to use the word fail because I didn't fail. At some point, we went to the another system, which is the Scala repo in Debian. But the time was gone in which I went to buy tortilla. And probably these are excuses, but we switched. At some point, we switched systems when it was impossible to continue to work here. But yeah, that's the message for today. That's why this thumbnail has must see because, and I have another video that says must see related to mathematics. When I put this is because this message is important. Long story short, we did implemented, I think in 10 minutes. I am not celebrating this because it was an insecure answer after all. But I was thinking inside of me, this should work. I don't know what's happening. and went through the whole thing again. Now we are getting this URL for the next video, and now that we have spent more than an hour with this flat map, I want to say that in the next problem, when I was walking to buy tortilla, I was thinking maybe I should give myself 15 minutes. And if I don't get into the answer, I shall stop and do the thing outside and come back to explain how I did it. But then I said to myself, what's the benefit of doing that? What if I solve this um, prior to doing this video? What if I solve this flat map prior to doing the video, then come to scarcity in 5 minutes? This line doesn't work. We should be able to go to another system. That's not authentic. Seriously, the description says, you see me struggling and suffering in the process of solving these problems, which I enjoy. I don't enjoy suffering and, the struggling. I like to be sloppy and lazy, but I like to spend time studying these topics. That's for sure. And I also want to transmit the idea that maybe you are struggling too. These things are hard until you have reached, until you reach, I don't know, some point in which is obvious for you. I don't know. Back to the topic. Let's suppose we tackle filter tomorrow, or else, which are there in the list, and we don't see the solution right away. I will try to solve the problem live, so you can see the thinking process, maybe some drawings. But if it's taking too much, I will end this streaming. By the way, are we live? Yeah, if it's taking too much, I will end this streaming and do the thing outside, like what we did with the concat problem, and came back and just explain how I did it. Now, it is up to you to trust that, well, there is a paper, maybe, yeah, when these things, when we solve the whole entire problem, I don't have anything else to say for the time being. Let's wait to have 25 minutes. What can we say in 1 minute? Okay, you know, what can we really learn about what happened today? Because these lines of code are quite hard to come up. If you arrive to a solution that you think you are right, you are right, perhaps it's a good idea to have two point of view at least. I mean, as you said, from the beginning, I should say, for some no reason to me, I think this should work, but it isn't. I shall go to the Debian repo, and perhaps there will be an issue with the operating system, operat, operating system itself, and still you will still issue. I suppose it's always boils down to trust. For the time being, for this today's sessions, we implemented the thing in the pattern matching way and in the map gather else style. If you want to see the reasoning behind this line of code, check the first 20 minutes of this video. It is there in why that line of code should work. So I don't think I can't add any more than what is been already said over here in the previous video to this. So it was great for me to see this. Thank you very much. Hopefully see you tomorrow with the grace of the above Lord, says the Led Zeppelin song. Ramble on, I suppose. If I don't remember that song. Ramble on by Led Zeppelin. The grace of above Lord. Well, see you tomorrow or maybe on Friday. I don't know. See you the next time with we have two pending functions. Or else and filter. I think we are going to have a great time with these two. But we now have the thing that, we shall, I don't know. See you later.